Today's empty podcast is actually titled Why 40 Plus Looks Younger Now, but it's actually broader than that. It's broader than Why 40 Plus Looks Younger Now. It's actually a much bigger conversation about how we feel getting older, what we look at in terms of our kids growing up, and how the world is, how we view the world at our age. Very, very broad conversation. And it basically came up from one of the conversations, not even conversations, but one of the posts we had in our group, which was basically Generation X defined. And what it says, to define Generation X, they're currently 45 to 60, currently looks 30 to 45. They will throw their hands. Words can't hurt us. They've got a great work ethic and they have zero tolerance for stupid.
Wiley, can I ask a question, please?
Go on.
For the audience and for us in the room.
Go on.
Can you just find what you're talking about in the sense of these generations that you're pointing? So you said Generation X. So give us the definition of what you're...
We were going to get into the breakdown of what each generation basically was. But in terms of the generation of people that are around about 40 plus basically, those are viewed as the Generation X generation.
40 you say 40 plus. 40 to what's the...
Well, technically it's 45 to 60. It's 60. 45 to 60, but we're stretching
your
it to
Generation
include,
X.
We're stretching it to include Buddy. You know, Buddy wants to try and be there.
No. If I'm not that part of the generation, then I'm not part of that generation.
You know, Buddy wants to be the young thing in the room.
He gossips.
Yeah. So what's the next generation after that?
He likes watching gossip as well.
So while I'm looking for the different generations, I'm going to throw the ball over to Citrus, because I know Citrus has got a couple things he wanted to say, but I will get to the generations in a second.
I do. But before we go down the generational route, there are just a more of a generic question that I've got for you all, and this is a question. It's not even high on the list. It's a bit lower down. With the understanding of how we are today, and seeing young people age 25. So if you know a 25-year-old, think of that 25-year-old right now. Do you believe that the 25-year-old today could function when we were 25 years old?
So first of all, I don't even think function is the word you should be using. I think you should use the word survive. Because I think when I look back at myself 25 or 25 years ago, it was a survival.
That's two different things, bro.
When you said that a 25-year-old, could they survive now? When we were that age?
25.
When we were 25?
Yeah.
When I was 25, like I said, it was a survival thing. It wasn't a case of handling it. You literally did everything. Everything that I can remember myself doing was in aid to survive. It was, I had to go to work. It wasn't a choice. It wasn't I don't feel right. I'm going because I need to pay this bill, that bill, the other. I need to get back in time to study because I'm doing a course at the time. So it was very much, as Wiley was saying a while ago, in regards to, it wasn't a choice. We just went through, our work ethics was on another level. We just understood that work had to be done, to the point sometimes our own detriment, that things that happened to us maybe shouldn't have happened. I mean, I've explained before where I got injured doing a job and whatnot, and I was fretting because I didn't want to lose my job, where actually the company didn't put things in place to prevent me from getting injured at that time. And really and truly, if that had happened now, I'd be looking at a fat paycheck. But back then, I was humble, walked into the office and looking like, I'm really sorry, can I come? I can come work tomorrow, and I've just come out of hospital with a big plaster across my forehead. So the survival instincts that we had back then, I think, is totally, totally different. And you would speak to a young person now, and for them, their challenges are different. But for me, I look at it as much easier than what we had.
So I would say 25. It's weird. If I think of a 25-year-old, even when I think of my mum, and I think, it's a 25-year-old. No, let me
Go on.
As a 25-year-old, my mum as a 25-year-old, I think to myself, right, what was she doing? She had me. So it was like big woman, adult, whatever else. Not when I reached 25, I kind of felt to myself.
You mean when your mum was 25, this marker, you're 25, this marker. So 25-year-old today, this marker.
Right.
That's explaining that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Citrus, anyway. So it's like, I'm looking at the levels and I'm thinking, when I reached 25, I didn't kind of feel like how my mum did because I didn't have any kids at the time. But I did see a lot of people that were my age had kids. And it was like right, they've got kids and they're doing level up things, and I started to do level up things. I was working, I owned my own business at the time. It was like I was doing level up things. I now think to myself, like your question says, a 25-year-old underneath me, and think to myself, well, what would they be doing? And I'm thinking, are you now running businesses? There are some that are doing it. So this is not a knock on any young people that are out
Quite
there.
a few that are doing it, to be fair.
About to say there are a lot that are doing it, because there are a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of smart young people that are out there. But they're just doing it a lot differently from how we are. And something we put on the podcast only last week, or the last podcast, sorry, and it was, we put about the fact that they're not having kids as young anymore. These are some of the things. They're now more career driven and they're doing different things. They have to grow up a little bit different. Whereas I suppose, again, as parents, our parents doing us and then us doing them, it's like, we also seem to be able to the word mother cuddle them. So it's like we look after them a lot, so for a lot longer now. Whereas I suppose when you think of your mum and you think of maybe even your mum's mum, they was already probably kicked out at 25. 25, what are you doing in the yard? You should have family, you should be married, you should be working, you should be whatever it might be. So I think the generations has also changed, and the society's made the generations change.
So
In answer to the
Go on.
question,
Go on.
no, I don't think they'll survive when we was 25, because they rely too much on technology that we did not have. We didn't have it available to us in their capacity and be able to use it how they use it. All these people that are entrepreneurs and they're influencers and all that stuff, they would not be able to do that. For them to earn money or earn real money, they'd have to have a proper job, probably
Proper
working
job.
for somebody.
What do you mean a proper job?
Yeah, you
Probably working for
line.
somebody. Yeah, probably working for somebody where they've either grown in their career or they are got a niche trade or something for them to be able to be an entrepreneur. Whereas now they can make money just from filming themselves having a day in the house.
Isn't that brilliant? Rather than not.
But the question was about whether they could survive then.
Yeah.
So what they're using to survive now, or be entrepreneurs now, or be adults now, they wouldn't have been able to do.
But they've adjusted, and
So they've adjusted. They're not adjusted because this is all they know. This is all they've had.
But what I'm saying
they're
is
not adjusted.
They've
They've
adjusted.
They haven't adjusted because this is all they know. It's like when we was growing up and we was 25, we were surviving with all we knew, which was different to what our parents knew and grew up. So we had different technologies, as not as advanced as they are now. So that helped us do what we did when we did it.
So we adjusted.
Yeah.
But we didn't adjust.
And
We dealt with what was our time. They dealt with what was their time. The kids now are dealing with what was their time. Like if we put us at 25 back to when our parents were 25, we probably wouldn't have survived then either.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wiley.
So to give it a bit of scope, so in terms of, I was asked earlier about the generations. So you got the silent generations, those that were born between 1928 to 1945. They grew up during and after the World War.
They're old.
Yeah, exactly.
Our grandparents.
Do you not,
Silent.
because this is where the generations are listed from. So I'm just going to give scope to what they are.
Okay.
They grew up during and after the World War II. Their resilience, their duty kept to their head, and they've got a keep their head down mindset. So head down, get on with it. Then you got the baby boomers, 1946 to 1964. This is when these people were born. Post-war boom, strong work ethic, property ladder generation. Yeah. Then you got the Generation X, born 1965 to 1980, latchkey kids, analog childhood, digital adulthood, just got on with it. Yeah, that sounds about right for my sort of generation. Then you got the millennials, Generation Y, 1981 to 1996, came of age around 2000s, internet and optimism and economy shocks. That's that generation. Then you got Generation Z, 1997 to 2012, digital natives, social media first, more open about mental health, which is when I was talking earlier about, we was talking about mental health and emotions. This is the generation that is more open about it. Then you have Generation Alpha, 2013 to 2025, iPads from birth, AI, automation, and constant connectivity. So in tune with what you're saying, when you're saying, Tongo, about they've grown into or they're born into that, I understand what you mean, because the digital lifestyle is something they know. They don't know about dial-up. They don't even know about life before the internet. What was
If
it
you know
called?
about CDs.
What was it called? The information superhighway at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know about all those things there. So
do they need to know about it?
this the thing, they don't need to know because just like we didn't need to know about the lifestyles our parents had because we had grown up in the era of microwaves, washing machines, etc.
Well, it's a bit different, a little bit different.